that we need to speak up in a figurative and a literal fashion.
Warrants. And finally, we know how Raleigh police got a DNA sample from her suspected killer. Controversy before official competition begins for Miss America.
A seat at the table is different than having a voice. How many of you have heard of bro-procreating? Hands up. Bro-procreating. You have a great idea. Somehow in the boardroom, you share it. It kind of gets ignored. It goes around the room. Next thing you know, a man says almost the identical thing, and yeah, man, that's great. That's a great idea. Bro-procreating is a real thing, and it happens. We're going to stop that today because we're going to learn how to amplify women's voices.
There is a clear difference between having executive presence and then just acting like a man in the workplace to try and get that leadership role. In our research in our program that we have created to build executive presence specifically for women, we talk about 3 things that make up someone's EP, as in executive presence: gravitas, communication, and appearance. And when all those things are working together, you then can be perceived as having executive presence. So how does this all translate into the business world? As we heard earlier, some of the statistics, only 21 of the Fortune 500 CEOs are women. Here's the crazy thing. 57% of college graduates today are women, and 63% of all master's degrees are earned by women. So why aren't we in the C-suite? Why are we not leading organizations more often?
This is my byline. I want to be the swizzle stick in the cup of life. While there's a lot of tongue-in-cheek in that, I really do think that you have to always look on the brighter side, always find the good, always find that silver lining. So what I'm going to talk about today is having grit and gratitude, turning the battle scars into a badge of honor. And the way I have done that is finding gratitude and finding those things in my life that I can be thankful for, even on the days when I don't want to get out of bed. Was I lucky? I had my 2.5-year-old son, I had my daughter, I had my evening anchor job, and I had my cute husband. I was set. And I do remember so clearly sitting in the rocking chair, rocking her to sleep one night, and I thought, man, I've got it all. And I really, really am thankful. I have it all. And 2 weeks later, at her 6-month checkup, she was diagnosed with leukemia. And she managed to get through 4 months of the treatment and unfortunately caught a cold. Well, when you have no immune system, a cold can become much, much, much worse. And on October 5th, 2005, she passed away, very unexpectedly, actually. You know, people often said, when are you going to move on? You don't move on, you move through. And you find a new way to live. And I think anyone who's lost a loved one, which I'm sure at some point you all have, this probably rings true. And I think the moving through is what you have to learn how to do. It's living a new life in a new way. How are you going to really make this journey blossom and not allow it to crush you? So I leave you with that. How are you going to turn your battle scars into badges of honor? And think of my Macy, because I wear her right here on my heart every day. And she's my badge of honor every day.